afterwards if people have questions, comments, concerns, and thoughts. But I would like to welcome Augi from Chromatic Games, who's all the way up from Gainesville. So come on up.
Going indie sounds like something else, but this is what this talks about. This is like my journey, especially in the last year. This is my journey because what happened last year, literally about 12 months ago, is I bought my studio back. I bought my video game company back, and it was very different. It's a very different place. So, where Chromatic was last year. Well, a year ago, Chromatic wasn't Chromatic. It was another studio called Trendy Entertainment. And what kind of company was it? I'll tell you one thing, it wasn't indie. It was literally a bureaucratic mess. It was a corporate structured, 5 layers of decision making.
Thank you for visiting the library. We will be closing in 15 minutes. Please have any staff.
Yeah, hurry up. Pay no attention to that.
Estaremos cerrando en 15 minutos. Por favor, avise a todos los miembros de
No.
Gracias.
It had a lot of that, actually. Well, a lot of that. So a good example of the corporate bureaucracy. There's literally 5 layers of decision making. There was the board of directors. Below that was the CEO. Below that was a whole list of C-class execs. You had a chief financial officer, you had a chief biz dev officer, you had a chief operating officer, and like one other C person that I don't even know what he did. And then from that, because of all that, you had decision making that, in my opinion, just did not make sense. Like literally they would make decisions on Excel sheets like, oh, you know what? The top 5 games in the world are all free to play. We should be making it a free to fucking play game. Oh, pardon my French. And these decisions were coming not from the devs. They were coming from New York City, from a bunch of VCs in suits in New York City. It's like, oh, we gotta make a free play game. Oh, okay, like, what are the top 5 weapons in free play games? Oh, you gotta have a sword there. It was just like these decisions coming from New York City that would slowly trickle down, which would take months, and finally, the devs are like, really, you want me to make an onion game or something like that? No, you know what I'm getting at. It just wasn't pretty. And then here's the big one. The number one priority with every decision, oh, this sword should be purple, it shouldn't be green. You know why? Because how much money will it make? Whoa, according to statistics, purple swords make 3% more money than green. So what about the art director? He's like, no, I think with the color of this level, it really should be this. No, that wasn't it. It was like, how much money will green sword make? Kind of a thought process. Not good. All right, so what was the result of all this bureaucracy? The bureaucracy of the last 5 years of Trendy Entertainment. Well, there's one. It wasn't profitable. They put out a game that was not profitable. People were like, what the hell is this? What are you doing? What are you doing? This is very cash grabby. Why are you doing this? Bad taste. Unhappy fans, ultimately unhappy devs. You know where that goes. Gia was there. Like, this is my friend Gia. He's our sound designer. Yeah, I give it this guy. This guy, he's seen everything. This dude's seen everything. Now, what was it like when we first walked into Trendy?
Have you ever gone to a cemetery around 1 a.m.? If you haven't, I don't blame you. But if you can visualize it, that's what it was.
Like, yeah, it was like their soul was sucked out of them. And they're just, well, everyone, a room of like 50 people, everyone's like, just put me out. Why? Oh, another sword I have to make that's not green, they want purple. Yeah, it's so what is indie? What is it? To be honest, let's get to the question. Well, what do you think indie is? Well, yeah, what do you think indie is? What's indie?
I see indie as you have creative control of
Definitely part of it. Big part. Yes.
If you partner with a company that has the name venture, partners, or capital anywhere in their name, run away.
Definitely a red flag. You're right. Definitely a red flag. Definitely a red flag. Anything else? No.
Independence.
What?
Independence.
Independence. Yes, that's a big part of it. So I'm gonna. Next few slides are what I think indie is, in my experience. What do you think?
Teams are really small.
What?
The teams are really small.
Teams are really small. Typically.
Yeah.
Typically, you're right. Teams are really small. So I'm going to go, next few slides are about what my definition and experience of what indie truly means, and more importantly, how you can achieve being indie. That's sustainable. All right, so most people think indie's like this, like especially business, like people from New York in suits. Oh no, we can't do that. It's just for chaos. Oh my God, everyone, woo, shotguns firing, everyone's dying. Well, most suits think indies, they're terrified. They're like, oh my God, I don't understand. Why you don't have like 5 layers of bureaucracy? Yeah. Or, I know. This is, like when we walked in that trendy, it looked like this. And it's funny, there are companies out there, won't say who they are, they're like this, and they're like, oh, we're indie, man. And they look like this, and they structure like this. They're not really. I'm going to tell you, in my opinion, what being indie is. In the next few slides, I'm going to talk about. All right, so our goal last January, literally last January, was to take a corporation, a corporate bureaucratic mess, and turn it into something. How do you transition? How do you transition from this corpse into something beautiful? There's 3 things. Distill it down, in my opinion, there's 3 things. First, it's control. Second is culture. And then you have to make it all work, you have to have correct structure to wrap it together so it doesn't explode. All right, this is big. Control. It starts with control. That's sort of a bad word, but it's true. Control. Control of what? And this is where I'm very big in. And like all my deals, raising money for this company, structuring this company, is around this. The studio has to be employee-owned. Like, and in my opinion, I'm going to go extreme, and you don't have to do this. In my case, I am determined to make sure this studio is 100% employee-owned. And what does that mean? What does that mean? That means every share in the company is within the walls of Chromatic Games. There's no external person that has a piece that can like pull strings. Because the second an external entity has equity in the company, they can start poking around with needles. They can start pulling strings, and they have the legal right to. They can be extremely invasive and destructive. But you don't have to go 100%, as long as you're over 51%. Definitely supermajority is preferable, 2/3. But employee control, extremely important. Another big thing is when you do put your game out, don't go through a publisher. The second your game is going through a publisher, you're losing control. Because publishers control the entire money pipeline. Money doesn't go to you from Xbox. It first goes to a publisher and then to you. And that means you're not in control. And they can do things to squeeze you. They can do things to starve you. And they'll force you into bad deals when they see you starving. Big thing. I'm going to try to wrap this up pretty fast because the real conversations are going to happen at the bar. And I can get deep into like 80% of my problems were from bad publishers. So, I'll get to detail, but yeah, no publishers, please. Stay away from them. And today we have fantastic platforms such as Steam, such as where you can self-publish. Just do that. Oh yeah, so back to employee-owned, no external equity holders. all the equity is within the walls of your studio. Very important. And then here's another big thing. Every person at Chromatic gets stock options. Every full-time employee gets stock options. The first thing I did when I took over the company was create a giant chunk of the pie and immediately distribute it to everyone. And I did actually in a very democratic way. Whether you're studio director or QA, you got the same amount of stock options. So I want people to feel like they're part of the company. I want to feel like I'm working these long hours because you know what? In the end, I'm working for myself and with great people that I love, like a family. So this is important. Go on.
This is just because I don't have a lot of knowledge of this. What's the difference between employee owned and having stock options?
All right. So stock options.
Please
It's not
proceed to
really
the lobby to check out materials.
Yes, New York?
in the building. Thank you. La biblioteca cerrará en 5 minutos.
Sí.
Por favor, proceda a las áreas de recepción para tomar prestados sus materiales y salir del edificio. Gracias.
All right. So I can spend an hour talking about this. I don't think I say it. Tonight, let's grab drinks.
All right.
And I'm going to explain it. But quick, short, this is a contract that gives you the right to purchase shares at a future date. It basically pushes your tax liability to the future. You don't want to be paying taxes now, do you?
Yeah.
No, push it to the future. When you have an exit event, you have a shitload and then pay your taxes. So this enables you to push your tax liability into the future. And they're great. It's a little more complicated. If John was here, he could. Okay, here we go. Another big component about indie is the culture. The culture. In giant corporations, oftentimes, like, why am I doing this? Make another sword. Okay, really have your task list. Okay, next. Okay, I did this. Here's my paycheck. The motivation, that's where I'm coming at. Why am I doing that? And a lot of it's addressed in the previous slide. Is like, well, if I'm employee-owned, I have a piece of company, the reason I'm doing this is really for myself and my family and my coworkers, which I feel like are my family. The reasoning is right. The motivation is right. This is big. I say this all the time. Like we have big, giant discussions, and I come down into this. Or is this decision to make it fun? Fun first mentality. With game designs, will this decision make the game more fun or not more fun or less fun? Always fun first. And like, as opposed to money first, the corporation always thinks money first. What's gonna make the most money? Okay, a purple sword, whatever. Fun first, fun first. That's a big one. Big part of being indie game studio. Also the feeling, you need to create an environment where the feeling is we are all on the same boat. We are all on the same boat. We are all part owners of this company. If I hurt you, I'm actually hurting myself. If I do something nefarious, I'm actually hurting myself. We're all on the same boat. If we do not run this boat right, we're going to sink or hit an iceberg, or hit an iceberg and then sink. Usually that happens. This is big. Cheat sheet, all the things above. You need to always hire nice, good people. And this is hard because, like, in our industry, there's a lot of super geniuses. And they're brilliant. Oh my God, he's such a good person. But he's such an asshole. Oh. We can get more discussion about this at bar. But having a team of nice, good people is like, it's so hard and it's so important. Else we start having a fight. It's not good. And all right, this is something that I've been bringing up pretty, you know. Did I kill something?
I hope not.
Nope. All right, to help with the culture, especially in today's world, keep it PG. I know it sounds tacky. Like I wrote this out and put it in the handbook. People are like, that looks weird, but but I can't think of another word, but especially in office culture today, we really need to keep everything PG. Try not to curse, say bad stuff, or say anything that can hurt people. mindful of other people. So keep it PG. Keep it PG. And that helps with, like, a lot of CEOs tend to be over broy. Keep it PG. That helps with that. So keep it PG. Any copyright there? Augi. All right, so the wrapping, how to keep it all together. Keep it all together. From a structure, like a producer would understand a lot of this. So one thing is flat management. Flat management. And what I mean flat management is like decision making is flat. If someone has a good idea, like QA guy has a good idea, it doesn't go up like, oh, fill out this form, and then get passed to your producer, and then get passed to a CEO, and then finally get to see it. Now it's like, hey, I'm right here, bro. Oh, you want like a purple sword? Yeah, let's do it. Sure. Purple sword, okay. Flat management, it really transfer of communication quickly from the bottom. And here's one thing about flat management. Here's about companies in general. Ah, fine. Close. See it? No, okay.
La biblioteca está cerrada. Gracias por su visita y esperamos volver a verlo pronto.
All right, flat management. So in companies, this is a flow of information. Ideas are bottom up. Ideas are from bottom up. Like good ideas usually are from the people in the trenches, and the information flows up. So you need to make sure information, the good ideas from the bottom goes up, straight to the CEO as fast as possible. Culture is top down. So everyone sees what the CEOs or the execs are doing, and they try to reflect it. So culture is time. If people see me being a good person, they're like, you know what? Maybe I should be a good person too. Someone sees the CEO being a fucking asshole, it doesn't bode well for the company. You see problems immediately. So culture's top down, information's bottom up. Another thing with structure is ownership of tasks. It's very important where people are like, well, I'm going to work on the networking. All right, by all means, own it. All right, there's no finger pointing. No, like it wasn't his fault, blah, blah, blah. So finger pointing is very bad, and you see that in corporate structure. That's why there's a lot of backstabbing. One way of basically supporting all this is to reduce the finger pointing, to reduce the backstabbing, and get people to own up the tasks. People really should be Swiss Army knives. That means they can do many skills. Like EA's our sound designer, but he's also a fantastic musician, but he's also a very good biz dev person. He makes friends like I can't believe. He does like 8 things really well. And most people in our studio do 8 things really well, and we all support each other. So Swiss Army knives of skills is no one like, oh no, I only do this one thing, I'm not even gonna touch it. No, people are like, oh, I wanna learn something new. Okay, let me learn this. So we have an animator that can do level design, that can, like, you want Swiss Army knives. So hire and get people to become Swiss Army knives. And this is another big thing. And this goes down to the culture, where the culture is top down. Open door policies. If you wanna talk to me, just grab me, like I'm right there. And same thing with all the other execs in my company. Like, they're the most friendly, open people that you want to have lunch with and have coffee with. Yeah, let's go get some coffee. Let's chat about it. No problem. And then here's the example. That's my desk. This is our studio. So everyone, I'm right in the middle, in my desk, my standing desk. You want to grab me? You want to tell me like, hey, we're out of coffee? Just come grab me. All right, let's go to coffee. Like every day, you're gonna see me there. Oh, I'm not hiding away in a corner. Like the previous CEO was living in a corner way over here. You only saw him like half an hour a day because he's like, oh, I don't want to see everyone, blah, blah, blah. No, it's like open door, fast transfer of information, fast transfer of communication skills, communication. Let's chat. Let's make a great game. Oh yeah, and what's the result? This was our last year. It was crazy. We did a Kickstarter in March, raised about $500,000. This on top of the backer kit. And right now we are over 700K pre-orders. On top of that, I was able to raise about 1.5 million, no equity. We got on Nintendo. We have a launch in February next month. I'm excited about that. So we'll be on all these 4 platforms this year. And this is us. Yeah. I don't know why I'm dressed up yet, but we're still alive.
Barry.
The left side.
Oh, and there you go. And yeah, I don't know what AF means. But,
PG.
all right, if you want the nitty-gritty details, we're going to where? The Celtic?
Hotel.
All right, let's go there. I'm going there right now.
Here, right here. Okay, so give me 1 second here. So again, thanks again, Augi and Chromatic, for coming out. So again, follow us on social media. So any of the information you have, we're going to be able to do that. We're going to be closing up shop from the game and heading over to the Harp and Celt, which is around the corner, just off Magnolia there, around the corner. And again, if you guys have any questions, I'm going to bring up the schedule from for the World Tour. If you guys have questions, and thanks again for coming out. If you guys are interested in the member program, you can talk to me this evening, and we will be able to start taking that stuff today. So, okay, thanks everyone.